at the Mosque Cares facility, only handling charges are added. Now, next important subject, branding. Branding is important. Branding is important. Communicating the importance of developing your own brand. Now, we are blessed. We have a brand. Your products, we have our own brand. How many remember back in the day when, in the first experience, when we introduced Salon? We introduced Salon. We introduced Shabazz. Whose brands were those? Those are ours. People heard them. They knew who those brands were. Am I correct?
That's right.
All right. What was the theme for Savior's Day? We are new people, new African Americans.
Right.
All right. Now, I'm not telling nobody not to bring up and keep those old brands. It will be nostalgic for some folks. Okay. But we got some new brands.
Yes,
Listen, we got one already that's been offered to us. Your products.
Yes,
all right.
Sir.
Your products.
That's right.
I'm going to recommend to the network that we start with that brand and make it a national brand.
Yes, sir.
Make it a national brand, all right? And then Brother Walter D. Muhammad, they decide, okay, well, it would be good on this particular product, maybe not on this particular product, but they can make that decision, all right? And then we can say, okay, so let's think about other brands. That's the beauty of the network, that we can come together and kick around some things. Okay, so yeah, we think that would work, okay? But we want to be known by our own brands. All right. We can work with Whirlpool, but we want to do our own brands. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Okay. Well, we will be open to promoting additional brands with other members' approval. So, let me just tell you, and now, have I answered some of your questions, brother?
Yeah, you answered some.
Okay, good. And if you have some more, just ask me, okay? But let me, yes, sir.
I got a question.
Yes.
You're going to handle all of the back rooms?
Oh, I'm gonna
assist in it instead.
there you go. Yes. I'm gonna put a network, I'm gonna put some people together, we're gonna do this and handle all the back room. The beauty with the technology is it's not gonna be that hard to do. But yes. Yes. As long as the members allow me to, all right, yes. And when I get to the point where I can't do it, I'm gonna say, okay, and this is the one thing that we want to make sure we do. Even though we're going to organize and it's under the network, and right now I'm the founder and the CEO. We're going to set this up so that if something happens to me, you keep it going.
Yes,
This should not stop. Because a lot of decides to take me on from here. All right? Somebody else just steps up and keep it going. All right? It's not supposed to stop. All right? And we're going to structure where it doesn't stop. The only way to stop is you won't stop. Well, one thing Muhammad said the same thing about CPC. CPC was always there. There are other people who dropped it, and they did. They dropped it.
Right. Walked away from it. Yes, sir.
I didn't want to, but I think his own conscience was whooping him. Because wasn't nothing I did to him. So anyway, let me not say that. I'm on yeah, CPC should have been going on. The concept is still, this is the same concept. I'm just adding technology to it, all right? And the real difference is the members. Now you can't say, I can't buy that. The members decide what products we're going to buy. It comes from the members, all right? And inshallah, our whole goal is to help you be stronger in our business efforts. Because Akbar's Enterprises is going to be one of the members. I'm going to be the first one to buy membership. The first one. My wife hates me to say that. She hates me to say, how come you got to be first? Well, I want to be first. I'm going to be first in this. I'm telling you right now. Write my check first.
Just don't boast.
Anyway. So, are there any questions so far for what I just spoke about? I think it's fancy.
I have one question.
Yes.
Brother Akbar.
Yes.
Just one question.
Yes.
Going back to the documents you need for membership, the not-for-profit, it was tax exempt status. Well, not all not-for-profits are tax exempt. So what do you do?
Okay. Then your organizational documents that you file to organize your not-for-profit, then I just need a copy of those. Okay. And that they enforce. Now, you know, when you have a corporation, I found this out when I set up a corporation in Delaware. because I set up in Delaware, not in Illinois, the banks, when I wanted to set up and went to them, they said I had to get a,
Alien documentation, a foreign,
no, it was a document I had to get good standing, a certificate of good standing.
You're
A
right.
certificate of good standing, all right?
Delaware.
It cost me an additional, how much that thing cost me? $30-some to get? But I had to get it. Because they want to know that you're paying your taxes and that your corporation is a sound corporation. I had just set it up, all right? But the bank wanted that in their files. And so I had to get that. All right. So whatever that documentation we need, brother, is what I need for nonprofits, all right, and for you to be a business. Now, because we want to be as big as we can in terms of our membership, because the more members, the better our buying power. Am I correct?
That's right.
The more members, the better our buying power. All right. So, any other questions?
Just a quick one.
Yes.
Document as a business known as, it was one of the ones,
Doing business as.
doing business as.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a formal letter that you have to take to the county and say, well, okay, I'm going to start doing business as Charger Arch Studio?
You can go right to the county. They have the forms there.
Okay.
And I know the county, Cook County has them. And if you go, that's all you want to file. They have the forms there at the county. And in fact, you can go online also. All right. And but you got to take the form to them for them to document. Okay. And then they'll give you a copy of it. They have a stamp that they put on there, give you a copy of it, and you have that. That you can prove that you are legitimately doing business in that particular name. Yes, sir. Yes, Brother Williams.
I had a concern about the brand or the name New Africa Buying Network. By being a network, will it be sales reps, or will it discourage members from representing the brand? Because I saw some of that with CPC, where you heard members that had invested and that were buyers in even the group volume thing, but they always put that name out front instead of their own name.
Right.
And in terms, you may have some individuals that may have some bad business or poor business practices that can bring the group down, or the reputation of the group down.
Yes. I want to make sure that I have in our documentation, and I can say this again. The network is an aggregator. We just bring people together to make a buy. We don't buy. We don't sell anything. We're not in business to buy anything for resale. That's not the network's responsibility. That's not our business. Our business model. This is what I meant to say in terms of Square. Square does not clear credit cards, stuff like that. They aggregate. They have another company that does that, but they bring people together for that purpose of doing that. Okay, if you go on their website, you'll see they're what they call an aggregator. The New Africa Business the Network is an aggregator. We bring businesses together. You see, that's the so if you're gonna, that's another reason. So if you come to us first, you got to be a business or a nonprofit organization. All right, and when you go out and do business, you have to do business in your name, not in the name of the network. The network is not in the business of selling or buying. In terms of for the network, it's for the members, and there's a similar concept. That's how Sam Club works. But Sam Club works for in general, for the general public. They have business members too, but they have general public members. Because I don't remember Sam's Club.
Yeah, just like I don't go around telling people that these products I got from Sam's Club as if I'm a sales rep.
That's correct.
Although I benefit from it, my business benefits from the wholesale bulk things I buy. I'm promoting my business name.
That's correct.
Yeah,
That's correct. That's an excellent example. So when you buy and you sell, you can say, if you say, well, where did you buy those from? Say the manufacturer. The network is just a conduit. You didn't buy it from the network. You bought it from that manufacturer. So whoever the name of the manufacturer, that's where you bought it from. All right? And understand this, when you buy a product, you can back up a product. But now when we go out to look for a product, we're not going out looking for something. I have confidence in these. I have had no one bring this back to me and tell me it don't work. Okay? That's a blessing. Because I'm not going to sell anything that's not going to work, okay? And is not going to hold up.
I have another question for you, Dr.
Yes.
Say, for instance, I have a business,
Yes.
and the network, New Africa Buying Network, the people of that network,
Yes.
they don't want to buy any products that goes with my business making money.
Okay.
How do the network help me then?
All right. Then you have to make a decision. Now, what you got to do, I think the only way that other members of the network wouldn't want to join in with help buying your product is because you're the only one to sell it. Because, you know, if you're the only one that sells that product,
I'm saying the products that I would use for my business,
yes.
if the network didn't have nothing to do with that, nobody on the network, how would the network help me with the products that I need for my business?
Let me help you understand. Just name a product you were thinking about. What product would you think of? Give me a name of a product.
I can't really think of a product. I'm just trying to come up with to clear something up in my mind.
All right. See now,
Understand it better.
The sister said, say he's a seamstress, and all of us are into goods, you know.
okay. All right. Then we'll continue to throw the net out for other people, and we'll say
Maybe a petition.
right. We have a person who's a seamstress. We can encourage other seamstresses or other people who deal with fabrics on the net to join the network. All right, that's what I'm saying. We'll encourage others to join the network. Now, if you would like, before you even join, hold on to your money until we can see if there are going to be some other people who come in who are doing business in areas that you're doing business in. Okay? That's what I'm saying. We don't want no one to have to pay dues and they can't get the benefit of what they're paying.
I understand.
All right, so I understand where you're coming from. I was saying, wait. All right, because you could come to me and say, Brother Akbar, how many people in the network so far are doing business? Now, remember, we're just getting started. There's no one in the network yet. There's not one member yet. And I'm going to be the first. All right. I'm not dealing with fabrics right now. I may be in the future.
I'm not a seamstress.
I got you. Just an example.
I understand, but I'm
Okay,
just...
an example.
Yeah.
So let us look, or we'll do the research, and we'll say, okay, brother, you may want to wait a little bit and see if others come in. And who are in selling some of the items that you're interested in selling. And then we'll say, okay, let's move forward. The only reason I'm still up here is because I'm going to ask questions. Okay, that's the only reason I'm still here, brother. I can sit down. All right. Brother Ajin, you had a question?
No, I was just going to try to help my brother with his question. Is that the way that he would help him is, if he's a member, he has an opportunity to make his recommendations for the buy, just like everybody else. And then if there are others out there, well, then that's how it would help you. So, oh, man, I'm listening to that too. So that's how it would help, because you have just as much an opportunity to make a recommendation for the buy as anybody else.
And in fact, we would encourage it, because there are other people out there who just don't even know. They didn't even know. Oh, someone's in that business and is doing it, needs that kind of product. Well, I do too. And before you know it, there's enough that if we can pool it, and one of my businesses is called Akbar's One Stop. That's why I set up as Akbar's One Stop. I can sell all kinds of stuff, you know, under that label on my website, as long as there's a market for it. If there's a market for it and it's a good product, I look forward to it. Okay. All right. So, brothers and sisters, yeah, that's good. There's my contact information. We'll leave it up if it's all right. We'll leave it up so people can write it down. So again, April 5th, here at the Mosque here, at 1:30 p.m. We'll have an orientation and a membership sign-up. At that time, I'll have the website up. I'll take you again through, and I will just orientate you to the network. You can sign up at that time, pay your membership fee. Make sure you bring your documentation that you're a business or a non-profit organization. And let's go forward. And I want to, my wife said I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to do it.
You stop saying what I think you do.
Just like they say in the ad on the, come on now, don't do this to me.
Thank you,
Home Depot. Let's do this. That's all right.